What is up, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're doing 1983-1984 Skybox Premium Edition. Why are we doing this box? We're looking for Shaq Talk, but we're also looking for center stage cards. Most namely, of course, Michael Jordan's, where you're going to get a lot of your value out of these boxes right now. The odds are 1 in every 12 packs for one of those. And currently, they can sell for quite a bit of money. The difference between a PSA 9 and a 10 is pretty extreme. Like a 10... it's going for like $500 to $700, and then like a 9 will go for like 80 to 90 bucks. So at this time, so yeah. But also we want to get if we can get a head of state card, that is head of class exchange card. It's 1 in every 360 packs. So that will be a tall order. We'll see. This is series 1 of this set, so you'll see series 2 online as well. But the center stage Jordan is going up in value if you can pull one and if it's in good condition. So we're gonna look for that, and we'll look at these cards and see, rediscover how they look. Haven't opened these in a long time, and yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. I think it slides out. Is it a slide out? Oh yeah, looks like it's kind of stuck. Hopefully the cards aren't bricked. So there we go. That, I guess, is how we're gonna have to do that. So ruin the box, but that's okay. Here for the cards. There we go. So Skybox Premium is pretty cool set. Premium cards can go for a lot of money. So let's just go ahead and rip into these, see who we can get, and see if we can. Well, they're not feeling too loose. That's not a good sign. If they are bricked, then I'll probably have to do a slide cut, because I've done the full unbricking on this channel. Oh my gosh, they are like horribly bricked. Very disappointed. So if that's the case, I might have to do a little slide cuts in order to not make the video so long. But there's Patrick Ewing, Reggie Miller. Yeah, you can see immediately I took that apart and it came off one of the cards. The likelihood that we get a center stage on top of the condition is going to be really tough. So really disappointed with the seller. Yes, this is common, but condition of the cards and the boxes, how they've been kept, so on and so forth, they can add and contribute to this. I've opened this box before and had it not bricked, so this same year. So that was okay, thank goodness. But there's O'Neal versus Ewing right there. This one's in okay shape. Kind of flimsy cards. So let's just keep going, and then if they brick too hard, I'll have to do maybe a couple slide cuts here. All right, there's Charles Barkley. Kenny Anderson. Yeah, these are not in good shape. Very, very uncool for that. But all right, welcome back. So what I did is I did one stack and I took the cards apart as gently as I could. Most of them came off okay. That it was actually a little easier than that first pack. So I'm gonna do 4 slide cuts for each stack. I basically kept the packs as they were when they came. So there was our initial O'Neal versus Ewing, and let's just go through these. There's Bryant Smith. There's Robert Parrish right there. So sharp looking cards. They have nice foil, but that's why if they stick, there's gonna be some issues. But this is a game schedule. There's Ricky Pierce, Charles Smith, Ricky Pierce again. So NBA on NBC. Rod Strickland, Frank Brickowski, Scott Skiles. There's a nice Scottie Pippen right there. So set that aside. J.R. Reed, and then nice Dennis Rodman as well. So most of these came off. I got them, it just takes time to do it. But if you can, it's nice to try to get the cards in good condition, of course. So we'll keep rolling through. If I found a card that had a lot of value, I did sleeve it. I had to. But there's Sean Kemp, so we like that as well. Xavier McDaniels right there. There's Terry Porter. Donald Royal. So these are like pack to pack how I was pulling them. There's nice Hakeem Olajuwon. Andrew Lang. Terry Mills. There's Gary Payton. And then we had Mark McCone, and then Jim Jackson right there. And then I was able to get this Morning versus O'Neal. This one did have a little bit of issues right at the O'Neal part, which is unfortunate. But and then we got this Jordan. It was actually on the back of the, it was on the very back of the stack. So there was actually no issues with this, which is nice. So we'll put that there, and we'll keep rolling through this first stack. So still looking for center stage. Jordan is the main hit, of course. Sam Perkins, Irving Johnson. There's Derek Coleman right there. Tom Gugliotta. It's Jeff Hornacek. It's kind of like subtle, but there's like the ball has the classic like Skybox, you know, little contrail, which is kind of cool. There's Danny Manning, Craig Elio, Jay Humphreys, Chuck Person, Sean Elliott. It's a nice LJ right there. So they're really sharp looking. It's just the gloss can get super dicey these years. So, you know, your heart sinks a little bit, and then you just have to commit to being understanding. Mark Price right there. It's Doug West. Let's see. There's another our first checklist. Steph Schramm. It's John Starks. Charles Oakley. Kendall Gill. Wayne Tisdale. Anthony Event. John Sally right there. Sean Rooks. And then there's Karl Malone. So I love the look of the cards. I actually think they look great. The sheen is really nice. It's like very understated, but to get hot enough, then you're gonna have some issues. All right, so we're halfway, almost done with the first stack. Then you'll see one more slide. We'll have like another little series here, but hopefully we can pull that center stage, which would be amazing. There's Joe Dumars right there, so that's a great looking card. Luther Wright. So this is drafted by Utah, 18th pick card. So looks like draft card number 18. Hershey Hawkins, great player. Well, all these players were great players in the NBA. Mark Jackson. There's Darren Blaylock, which is Mookie. Doug Christie. It's funny, I've never seen his name. I always see him as Mookie. There's Victor Alexander. Antoine Carr. Terrell Brand. Dale Davis. And then Rolando Blackman. And then we pulled another Jordan in this pack. And it was the NBA on NBC card right there. So 2 Jordans in, which is pretty good, and a couple Shaq versus cards. One is great, one's not so great. But, you know, I'm actually considering how that first pack was. The other one's kind of loosened up. Hopefully these other ones are forgiving. I'm feeling a little better. There's Charles Barkley, Blue Edwards, D. Brown, and then Grant Long followed up with Clyde Drexler. I did pull this base Shaq right here, and I can see it took a little issue in the top corner, which means that it's going to stay in my collection forever. And the grading process may happen, but it's definitely, you know, PSA 10, Ron Harper. They're very critical, and hardcore collectors, when you see things selling for a lot of money, it's because they're gem mint or super rare. So, all right. So there is Dan Margera twice. Ramel Robinson. Brent Price. There's Lloyd Bott right there. Tim Perry. Nice Dominique Wilkins. Jeff Malone. Michael Williams. There's a really awesome David Robinson. It looks like a print miscut though, like slightly, because it's like white. It has like a white border on both sides. So I don't think it's gonna like give it any value, but it is interesting. Johnny Newman, and then we did bam right there, pull this Shaquille O'Neal center stage, which is awesome because it's like Jordan or Shaq, and we still have another chance. There's 1 in every 12 packs for a Jordan, but to get a Shaq, and the Shaq was in great shape. I was really happy. So we got this Shaq center stage, which is one of the main hit cards for us here. So 2 Jordans, 4 Shaqs. There's gonna be a lot of Shaqs in this box, and 3 stacks to go. So this is our last pack for the first stack. And then you'll see this whole table get full again, and we'll go through them. Walt Williams right there. There's Zoe, Alonzo Mourning, John Barry, Doug Smith, Steve Smith. Nice John Stockton right there. Here's Otis Thorpe, followed up with Scott Williams. Isaiah Thomas. Oliver Miller, Luther Wright. So we had that other draft picks card, and there's a nice Scottie Pippen right there. I'm not a huge fan of this whole NBA on NBC thing. You know, it's very like tailored to that channel, but they still have value because they look pretty good. So we'll go ahead and pull out this next stack and get these ready to go, and let's see what we get. Okay, so back into the second stack. So we're almost going to be halfway through the box. That first stack was actually pretty amazing comparatively. We got some good cards, but I didn't realize how much we had pulled in that first stack until I got to the second. There's a Tyrone Corbin right there. Stacey Augmon, Latrell Sprewell, Thurr Bailey, Ron Harper, Johnny Dawkins, Kevin Duckworth, BJ Armstrong right there. Here's a game schedule. There's a really nice David Robinson. Oh, I guess I forgot to put some over there. Leon Simmons and Del Curry for that pack. This is confusing packs because some are kind of bricked pretty good and the other ones are super loose. So it's definitely got to be gloss driven. I mean, it always is, but it just really perplexing. There's Reggie Williams, Sam Perkins. There's Doc Rivers, Glenn Rivers, Johnny Newman. Really nice David Robinson there as well. There's Michael Williams, Jeff Malone. This is Hakeem Olajuwon. So nice Hakeem. Rick Fox. And we did get another one of these, but it's Mourning versus Ewing. So the gloss and the foil on these are super touchy. So obviously I sleeved that one up, but I've been noticing that getting those in like perfect condition so far, it's about 50-50, and that's because this box is about 50-50. So if you open this box, you see those, just try to be a little more gentle. The cards are also thinner, they feel a little thinner on that one. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe they feel the same. Anthony Webb right there, there's LJ. And Nate McMullen, there's Mutombo. Todd Day, Sherman Douglas, Sean Elliott, Chuck Person, it's Glenn Rice right there. This is an inside stuff, David Robinson and Taylor, Damian Taylor. So looks like a little like meet and greet thing. And I guess if he would have became a pro, I mean, maybe he did, I don't know. That would be a cool little story for them. All right, so keep rolling here. Is John Williams, Avery Johnson, Billy Owens, Sidell Threat, Don McLean, Chris Morris, Oliver Miller. There's a nice Isaiah Thomas right there. Scott Williams, Otis Thorpe, Sean Bradley, and Brad Daughtry. Brad Daughtry is actually a good sign for us. He's been kind of a good luck charm on this channel. So I like that. Hopefully we can pull that Jordan center stage. Dale Ellis, Tyrone Hill. There's Anthony Peeler. Nice shot. Adam Keefe, Stanley Roberts, Andrew Lang, Terry Mills. We pulled another Michael Jordan. This one's also in really, really tip-top shape. So we'll stack them right there. There's Hakeem Olajuwon. The Dream. Oliver Miller. It's Larry Nance. Larry Nance, this one I think got some corner damage. I might have straightened it out already, but... And then we got this O'Neal versus Ewing, and this one's close, but this one also had like a little imperfection, which I mean, look, I collect cards as well as trying to do, well, I do investment and flips, and we do a lot of boxes on this channel. So we've had cards pay for like multiple boxes to give us more chase cards. Like it's a whole little matrix we do. Well, I do. So, but some cards I want to keep and some cards I just will keep. So my, you know, I'm not going to just empty them out. So if there are little imperfections, I just go, well, that's one of mine. There's Chris Mullen, James Worthy. There's Randy Woods, Clarence Witherspoon, Dennis Rodman. Yeah, someone's getting dunked on or something. He's like, yeesh. There's J.R. Reed, Scott Skiles, Rod Strickland, George Lynch. It's Kevin Johnson. Looks like Jordan's trying to D him up in the background. And then there's that Frank Brickowski card. So 2 more packs for this stack, and then we'll be back with stack 3. A little editing video magic. Wayne Tisdale, another checklist. So there's 3 checklists it looks like. So this is one. I forgot what the other one was. Anthony Event, John Sally. There's Karl Malone. I guess I'm gonna go through these. I was doing a second stack, but now I think I'm just kind of rolling through. There's LJ. So the foil looks great. It's just really touchy. Alvin Robinson, Kevin Johnson again, and then Benjamin right there. Last stack for the last pack for the second stack. Then we'll be halfway through the box. So there's Kevin Gamble, Derek McKay, Rolando Blackman, Dale Davis, Terrell Brand. There's Antoine Carr, Victor Alexander, Doug Christie, and then Rex Walters, and then there's a nice Zoe, followed up by Terry Davis. So we got another Jordan and O'Neal versus. So getting some great hits, but hopefully we can pull that center stage. So let's see what we get in this third stack here. All right, let's get into this third stack and see what we got. So here's Alvin Robinson, John Paxton. There is nice Kevin Johnson. There's Bennett Benjamin, Purvis Ellison. There's Vlade, Karl Malone, Sean Rooks, Rex Walters, Kenny Smith. There's LJ, Larry Johnson, NBA on NBC. So that's one of our stacks there. And next stack, we have Rolando Blackman, Dale Davis, Terrell Brand, it's Kevin Gamble, Derek McKay, Terry Davis, Harvey Grant, Nick Anderson. Another checklist. This is checklist number 3. Lonzo Mourning, right there. And then Robert Horry to round out that pack. Looks like he got a little something there from the pack. So it's funny. I don't know if you ever break bricked cards, but then you'll go through and you'll start feeling like the middle is really tight, and then you always know that there's going to be some fallout. Anthony Mason, Jerome Richardson. There's Larry Nance right there. Dale Ellis, Tyrone Hill, Anthony Peeler, Adam Keefe, Stanley Roberts. Here's Andrew Lang right there. Old school Sixers jersey. Terry Mills. There's checklist number 2, so we definitely got one of each. So I guess that's completing a set of some sort. And not that I collect checklists or anything, but you know, can make up little victories, I guess, if you want. All right, there's Dennis Scott, Jerome Kersey, it's Glenn Rice again, Todd Day, Sherman Douglas. There is Nate McMillan. There's Mutombo, Anthony Webb. There's LJ base card. Another one of those inside stuff. John Paxton, Danny Angie to round out that pack. All right, there's Avery Johnson, Billy Owens, John Williams. There's Rick Smits, John Starks right there. Sadell Threat, Don McLean, Chris Morris, Oliver Miller. There's another Isaiah Thomas. And then Brad Daugherty, which I think of Craig Elio as the curse, and then Brad as the good luck charm, because I've pulled some Brads and been disappointed, and then I'll get like a hit I'm looking for. So now I want to believe. There's Johnny Newman, David Robinson. Some stats there. Doc Rivers, Reggie Williams, Sam Perkins. There's Rick Fox right there. There's Eric Murdoch. And Brian Williams. There's a nice Cliff Robinson. Sean Bradley, rookie. And then Hakeem to round out that pack. Some of these ones are looking like they got some miscuts on them. So, I remember this set. I've actually broken quite a bit of this year. And I don't know. I just don't remember seeing that. There's Vernon Maxwell. Maybe just this box. Buck Williams. There's Derek Harper. Horace Grant right there. Muggsy Bogues. Tyrone. Patrick Ewing right there. And then following up by Reggie Miller. So this was a great pack. Mitch Richmond. There's Lee Marbury. Harold Miner. And boom, there's Horace Grant. We did get a Shaq Talk. This is 1 in every 36. So 1 per box basically would be about the average. It was in great shape. You see the foil's really hard to keep clean, but it's really hard to see any imperfections. So there's a couple different variations of Shaq Talk. So we got this one. I like it. It's it's him dunking, so that's pretty sweet. I guess I'll just set it there for now. So we're getting some cool inserts out of this box, but we would like to get that of Jordan, because that has a lot of monetary value. Malik Sealy. There's Gerald Wilkins, Lloyd Daniels, with Chris Mullin to back him up. There's James Worthy right there. Kevin Willis, Randy Woods, Clarence Witherspoon, another Dennis Rodman, J.R. Reed, George Lynch, and we've gotten this Kevin Johnson in another pack. So last pack for the third stack, then we'll have one more stack, see what we can pull out of there. So it's Sean Kemp. I'm not sure if we've pulled a Sean Kemp. We probably have. But it's like this little, you could see, I don't know if you could see it, but like there's like a film because it's like the heat or the sweat from the cards, and that's what gets hard over time and makes them stick. So pretty sure you can clean that off. I've cleaned a couple cards and I've had some good luck with it. LaFonso Ellis right there, Leon Simmons, Del Curry. There's another Spreewell, and then Thurl Bailey, Tyrone Corbin, Stacey Ogman, Ron Harper, Johnny Dawkins right there. There's Irving Johnson. There's another David Robinson. Happy to get all the David Robinsons. And boom, center stage, Kenny Anderson. So I like Kenny Anderson, but it's not the hit I'm looking for. It is 1 in every 12 packs. So there's 36 packs in this box. So we should have one more opportunity for a center stage of Jordan. It's in honestly immaculate shape. I was really shocked. I was like, man, this was a Jordan for sure. Like, I feel like it'd be a gem in 10 because like, I was like, it fell off the back of the pack, like into my hand, and I was like, wow. But Kenny Anderson, still a great player, but not exactly who we're looking for. So let's go ahead and we'll break into this third stack, and hopefully we can pull that magic, well, not Magic Johnson, but a Jordan of center stage. All right, fourth stack. So we got Brent Price, Ramel Robinson again, Tim Perry, Dominique Wilkins, Loy Vaught, Brian Williams, Cliff Robinson, Dan Margera, Jeff Malone, Michael Williams, another schedule, and Damager again. I guess those schedules were helpful. The internet wasn't in full swing, so that'd probably be cool. But this last stack, it was dicey, man. It's like some of them were really stuck, but luckily I feel like the ones we wanted weren't in any jeopardy. There's Jim Jackson. Here is Mark McCone. Yeah, you can see like this one. Look at that edge. Got just wrecked. This one too. There was 1 or 2 packs that were super, super brutal. Scary Payton. But luckily the cards we wanted. Yeah, look at that. Did not take any damage. So this pack did have a Jordan. You can see this one. It was on the front. And it came off really well. So clean, considering that pack was a nightmare. So that's good. There's Hakeem, Donald Royal, Terry Porter. Here's LaFonso Ellis, forward, 1993, all rookie team. So this is 1 in every 36 packs, I believe. So this is our hit for this box. It had a little bit of issues at the top, but overall the cards are in really decent shape. And there's Sean Kemp to round out that pack. All right, BJ Armstrong, Cedric Sabalas right there. It's Clyde, the Glide. It's Grant Long. Blue Edwards, D Brown. We got another Shaq base, which was cool because I was thinking how we only got 1. So now we ended up with 2. So that's pretty cool. Not his rookie card, but still cool. LaFonso Ellis. There is Calbert Chaney, Sean Kemp again, and then Charles Barkley to round that out. Christian Laettner, yeah, this one was a really bad one. This Christian Laettner pack was like super tore. There's Tim Hardaway, Sam Bowie, Michael Adams, Kenny Anderson, Charles Barkley, Horace Grant, Vernon Maxwell, George Lynch, Bill Lambier. There's Patrick Ewing right there. Brad Daugherty right there. All right, let's keep rolling. We got about 6 packs left. It's Derek Coleman, Danny Angie, Tom Gugliotta, Jeff Hornacek, Craig Elio, Danny Manning, Jay Humphreys, Chuck Person, Sean Elliott, Dennis Scott. We did pull another versus. It is Robinson versus Olajuwon, which is pretty sweet. Those guys were insane. So having a face-off card of them is really nice. There's Sam Perkins. Here is Mark Jackson, Hershey Hawkins, Joe Dumars, Robert Horry, Nick Anderson, Victor Alexander, Doug Christie, Mookie, Darren Blaylock, Harvey Grant, and Antoine Carr. And then we did pull another Jordan. It is the NBA on NBC, and this one was in great shape as well. This one didn't have any damage, so happy about that. So we're getting a good amount of cards, it's no question. So fun break, lots of inserts. Def Shrimp, Mark Price, Doug West, and Charles Oakley, Wayman Tisdale, Kendall Gill. It's another Vlade. Purvis Ellison. There's another checklist. Here is John Starks, John Sally for that pack. And we got John Barry, Walt Williams there, Steve Smith, Doug Christie. It's a nice John Stockton. Otis Thorpe. There's Zoe. John Starks again. We got Robinson versus Mutombo. So that's cool. I like those cards. There's a lot of them, but I like them. There's Scottie Pippen. And we did pull our last center stage for the box, which is Hakeem Olajuwon, which is an amazing player. I mean, Hakeem's a beast. So I actually really like this card. Still want to get the Jordan, so we'll have to get another box. But hit a Shaq of that is phenomenal. Hakeem's probably my 3 or 4 hit, like as far as like guys I want. So happy with that. Those cards. We got a Shaq talk, so we'll go a little recap. But Robert Parrish, Ricky Pierce. There is Charles Smith. Oh yeah, this pack was real bad too. I could feel it on my hands. Yeah, I could feel when I'm sliding them. They're just like falling apart. Bryant Smith. There's Lloyd Daniels. Really like a lot. It's like weird how it's coming off. Rod Strickland, Frank Burkowski, Luther Wright. There is Ricky Pierce. These NBA on NBCs were all in the back of the packs, and they were pretty much falling off the pack. So whatever gloss or however they inserted those after, they didn't seem to have any issue. And actually with these cards as well, the gloss, the sheen was so opposite that they just kind of came off the pack, which was cool. There's Patrick Ewing, Reggie Miller, Mitch Richmond, Muggsy Bogues, Lee Mayberry, Harold Miner, Brad Daugherty, Christian Laettner. All the Christian Laettner cards got the worst of it. I don't know. Bad karma for him this year. Horace Grant, Derek Harper, Buck Williams, and then we hit this Skybox NBA Draft Doug Christie kind of like throwback look. And there's only 2 players that come like this in this set. I forgot who the other one is, but Doug Christie's one of them. And you can see it's DP17 out of 92. So also cool little fun hit, you know. Doug Christie market's pretty low, but still fun. So that was our break. 1993-94 Skybox Premium. Looking for Michael Jordan center stage. However, so we didn't get that, so we'll have to go after again. But we did get 3, and we got a really awesome Shaq. So you see that the specking for the ball is like the magical part or whatever. So really happy with this Shaq hit. Extremely. And then there's Hakeem. So I love this card as well. We got Kenny Anderson, who's my 3rd man up on this trio, but, you know, can't all be perfect. We got, I think, 5 Jordans. So let's see. We got 2 of these NBA on NBCs. Yeah, we got 3 of the base card, which I like the way these look. I think that they look really like, you know, prime of his career. And they came out in great shape, so I'm happy because it was dicey. 2 Shaquille O'Neal base cards also came out in really good shape. And then we got a bunch of Hall of Famers. We got, you know, Hakeem, Isaiah Thomas, Larry Johnson. I didn't put them all over here. David Robinson, Scotty. So John Stockton. I mean, we got a myriad of great players and Hall of Famers. We got our versus cards. So the Showdown series, Robinson versus Mutombo there. We got Robinson versus Olajuwon right there. I got a really awesome Nemesis card because they would, like, you know, go after each other. But, you know, Hakeem was later in his career and Robinson was coming up. So for Hakeem to hold him down was pretty awesome. There's Olajuwon Mutombo. O'Neal versus Ewing right there. Morning versus Ewing right there. O'Neal versus Morning. And then another Shaq versus Patrick Ewing. So, and then finally, last but not least, our 1 in 36 pack hit of Shaq Talk, the dunk. So Shaq dunking, classic. So we did pretty well. I'm really happy. Obviously, would love to get the Jordan center stage, but overall, I'm very happy. Dicey box, but all of the cards we wanted actually came out really well. So thanks for being here. We're going to bring you a lot more basketball, as you can see on the backdrop, and we'll catch you on the next break. Bye-bye.